Dear friends, today I will take you to Noida, state of Uttar Pradesh in India, where a chilling horror story was unearthed in 2006. The case involved allegations of rape, murder, abduction, dismemberment, cannibalism and necrophilia. Well, the incidents are reported from the bungalow number D5 in Noida's Sector 31, which later came to be known as the House of Horrors. Nithari, a modest village in the Noida district, was a place where life flowed at a leisurely pace, seemingly untouched by the urban chaos of nearby Delhi. However, beneath the calm facade, lay a horrifying secret. The case began to unravel when residents of the village noticed an unpleasant smell emanating from a drain near a house owned by Maninder Singh Pandher, a businessman. He lived with his domestic help, Surinder Kohli. Pandher's wife and only son lived in another city. Well, to unfold the sequence of events, we need to go back to year 2003, starting when numerous missing reports were filed with the police by the families of the victims, but no action was taken. In one of the instances, a 14-year-old girl, named Rimpa, went missing from February 8, 2005. Her parents made several attempts to register a missing report of her daughter with the police, but were unsuccessful. In another incident, some boys playing cricket found a hand protruding in a discarded plastic bag in the drain, located behind D5. The matter was informed to the police who, declaring the hand as an animal carcass, asked the villagers to forget about the incident as nothing was wrong. This was confirmed by the statements of prosecution witnesses that are available as evidence in the court records. On May 7, 2006, a woman named Payal informed her father Nand Lal about her going to Maninder Singh Pandher's bungalow, but after that, she went missing. Her father went to search her in D5 where Pandher lived with his servant Kohli. Pandher was not in Noida that day and Kohli denied knowing anything about Payal. Nand Lal got suspicious and approached the police who, initially would not even register the complaint. Nand Lal approached senior police officer, at whose behest a probe was ordered upon. Again, as the probe was shoddy, and not going anywhere, Nand Lal finally approached the court for justice. On court's order, it was found that Payal's mobile phone was still in use and further probe linked it to Kohli. Payal's call details showed that she was in regular touch with Pandher. However, on the day she went missing, Pandher was out of city, so Kohli was then arrested on suspicion. But then Pandher bailed Kohli out. The police too failed to gather substantial evidence, owing to shoddy probe. In the meantime, more children disappeared. Nand Lal by now grew impatient and angry, and approached the court again, and as a result an extensive probe was ordered for. The killings came to light on December 29, 2006, when the skeletal remains of 8 children were found in a drain behind the house of Pandher in Nithari. Further searches of the area led to the discovery of more skeletal remains. Payal's clothes and handbag too was discovered from the drain. The skeletal remains were disposed off in plastic bags. These victims had gone missing over a period of 1.5 years. The subsequent investigation revealed that the Nithari serial killings had been ongoing for several years. The victims were primarily children and young women from marginalized backgrounds. It is believed that the victims included 19 children and 1 woman. The children were aged 5 to 14 years, and the woman was said to be aged 25 years old. The news of skeletal remains spread like wildfire. Soon the mob attacked the house of Pandher, accusing him of all the killings. The house was then set on fire by the angry mob. Soon, the media was all over, and it made not just national, but international headlines. The bungalow number D5 in Noida's Sector 31, where Pandher lived with his help Kohli, would now be known as the House of Horrors. For many days, the place remained surrounded with media persons and others flocking to learn about the unusual and chilling crime. It was a gruesome scene that sent shockwaves throughout the nation. The prime suspect in the killings was Surinder Kohli, the domestic helper. Kohli was accused of luring children to the house with promises of sweets and chocolates. He went on to admit having tried to have sex with the corpses. He also confessed to eating the flesh of his victims on 2 occasions. Trust me, I still get chills while narrating this. Oh my God, no one should go through such horror. The discovery of human remains, along with personal belongings of the missing victims, was crucial in building the case against Pandher and Kohli. Forensic experts played a key role in identifying the victims and establishing the cause of death in each case. DNA analysis and dental records were used to confirm the identities of some victims, while others remained unidentified. The police had to piece together a timeline of events and identify the victims, many of whom had been missing for an extended period. The brutality of the crimes had resulted in little evidence, and the perpetrators had made attempts to destroy or dispose of the remains. In February 2009, Pandher and Kohli were found guilty and sentenced to death for several of the murders. However, the case faced legal complications, and the convictions were subsequently overturned. The case went through various legal twists and turns, and the question of justice for the victims remained at the forefront. The legal proceedings, including the multiple retrials and appeals, took years, leaving the victims' families in anguish. It highlights the need for expediting criminal cases and providing adequate support to victims and their families. Recently, on October 16, 2023, the High Court acquitted Pandher of 2 and Kohli of 12 crimes in the absence of strong evidences. Victims' families can now approach Supreme Court against the acquittal. The victims of the Nithari serial killings will never find complete justice for the horrors they endured, but their tragic stories have left a lasting impact on the Indian legal landscape and society, reminding us of the imperative to strive for a safer and more just world for all. We will see how this case will now unfold in coming days. Do visit my channel to learn about such crimes, the investigation, and how perpetrators were brought to books of justice. Thank you all for watching. I will come back next week with another story. Till then, bye.